am so irritated now that I can't even sleep. On Sundays is the day that do my laundry. It's just that's when I do my laundry, and I went to do the laundry. Well, basically, I do laundry at there's a little laundromat on the complex, and today one of my neighbors offered to wash her clothes for me. She said, "Well, I'm going out and I'll be back and I'll call for you." Well, I know I heard her call for me, but I couldn't find her. So I don't know what happened, but like I didn't get in touch with her, and but I had to get these clothing done, and by it was nighttime by this point. I was like, I have to get these done because they were mostly all uniform items. I have to have clean uniforms. Jeff has to have clean uniforms, and plus, since still technically I'm on duty, I have to have clean dress whites for funerals. And I had to clean my gloves because they were all nasty looking. Well, anyway, so it's late, and I'm like, well, the wash machine should be pretty free because people usually don't do laundry this late. So I go into the little laundry room, and four out of the six washing machines are full, and all three dryers are full. So I'm like, holy crap, it's gonna be forever before I get to the dryers. Oh well, let me get my clothes in the wash. So I wait and wait and wait because I'm not gonna cut people. I mean, there's people waiting on dryers. I'm not gonna be rude. So, I wait my turn. So finally, I wait until the dryers are free, and by this point, it's pretty late. So I put my clothes in the dryer and I walk away. And I'm not, I mean, I'm a pretty trusting person, and maybe that's my downfall. But I come back about 30 or 40 minutes later to check to see if the dryers are done. And someone pulled out the laundry and put it on the table. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you have to use the dryers. The one thing I found odd though was that there was a dryer free, which means, and there was a dryer free. And there was no way that somebody could have dried their clothes in the time that it took me to get back. So that means that someone pulled out my clothes for no reason. Like, they used one of the dryers that my clothes was in, but the other dryer, they pulled out my clothes just to pull them out. I thought that was odd. So I'm like, whatever. So I go to take the clothes and put it in the baskets. And the first thing I noticed was that my coloreds were completely wet. Like, they were just wet. It wasn't even damp. Like, they didn't even get a chance to dry. Now the whites, because they were dress whites and they were a different material, dress whites are polyester, they dry quicker, so they were kind of damp. But the uniform items were wet, and I'm just like, I can't believe somebody just took my clothes out of the dryer and put their clothes in there, and my clothes weren't even finished drying. I'm just the kind of person that I try my best to be respectful and not be rude, and you know what I mean. And I understand this is the world we live in, but it just shocks me because I'm like, is it that hard? Didn't I make a video about being considerate before? It's like, is it that hard to be considerate? It just, the least they could have done was, considering they pulled out one of my loads for no reason, they could have consolidated. They could have thrown all my clothes into one dryer if they really wanted to steal a dryer that bad. You know what I mean? So I could have still had a chance to have dry clothes because I was using two dryers. So I was just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. They just pulled my clothes out. So I go back to the apartment and get another 4 quarters because I have to have dry. I mean, I need my uniforms. If it was like just clothes, I'd just hang them up, but I need my uniforms to be dry. They can't be soaked. So I go back, get some quarters, come back to the laundry room, and that's when it dawned on me, when I picked up the colors, it dawned on me that the only thing that I was holding in my hand was my uniforms. Where's the rest of my clothes? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Where are my clothes? I look in the other dryer that's still spinning, and I can blatantly see my husband's boxers in that dryer mixed with the rest of their clothes. So either they were in such a hurry to steal a dryer that they didn't notice that there were clothes still in the dryer, or they just were trying to steal my clothes. The reason why I think that they were trying to steal my clothes is because the whites, which they pulled out of the dryer for no reason because that dryer was empty, half of those clothes are missing too. And those are nowhere to be found. Like, those are... Where did those go? I don't know. I'm like totally freaked out that my clothes are gone. And I don't know what they could possibly do with dress white trousers, but yeah, one of my dress white trousers are missing. Yep. They're missing. And all of my gloves. I had about 4 pairs of dress, the white gloves that you wear for funerals and flag stuff. Gone. Now, I mean, those are pretty cheap. I can get another pair, but that's not the point. Someone took my stuff, and I would never do that to somebody. And it just frustrates me that I can't trust anybody. Well, anyway, I put the clothes in there, and I left them in for like 10 minutes. I came back and got them because I was like, you know what, at this point, I don't trust anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think right now what is missing, but I know there's a lot of clothes missing. Because I had practically 2 full loads of clothes, and now I have like 1 load of clothes. Like, underwear is missing. I'm just like so pissed off about that. And this video is way longer than I wanted it to be, but whatever. Bye.